Hello friends, and welcome to today's video.
Hello, and welcome to today's video. I'm sorry if the audio is a little bit different. I can't find the adapter I used to plug in my microphone to my computer, so I'm using my computer's microphone. So if there's a difference in quality, that's why. I looked everywhere for it, and my house ate it, so that is that. And I also wanted to explain there are two different speed paints before you actually get to the meat and potatoes, which is this first one that you're seeing, which was just me having art block. I had a hand surgery, and so this was me actually starting to seriously draw again. I had done a few sketches after my wrist had healed up, but this was the first time me actually sitting down and drawing. Like, I drew this little doodle of Stella as the Joker, but other than that, I hadn't done anything or drawn anything. So that will explain why this one is really bad. But onto the other, the rest of this video is I made this character, and it's technically the character Calypso from the little series I did, or the little episode I did that was 2 minutes long of Calypso's Tavern that I was supposed to continue and that I never did. Because I'm so smart. I finish every project I start. I'm definitely not a serial starter, and I definitely don't have a problem. So, yeah. But this character is just basically Calypso. I changed the name because I have a ferret named Calypso, and I felt weird having a character and a ferret the same name. I know that's a weird thing to be. So, I don't know. My only excuse is I have autism, and it just bugged me severely. There's no reason or rhyme to it. It's just that's how my brain is. But for this character, I thought, so originally one of my friends was like, you should make an amazing digital circus OC. People are doing that, which is what this video is. And so I was keeping that in mind, but I also wanted to see if I could reuse this character for Dungeons and Dragons or anything else, fantasy sort of related. And so that is exactly what I decided to do. So this base design is literally just so that I can, if I want to use this character as a D&D character, without too much pain, I have it in my style. And I have a different backstory for it. And then there is, the digital circus AU of this. The character's name is Calico. It's spelled funny because I wanted it to be a little bit different. The reason this character's name is Calico, and the reason this character is now a calico cat, I kept the centaur thing because that's what Calypso was, but the reason as a calico cat was because, with the amazing digital circus, a lot of the things are based off of childhood things, and I have a lot of things from my childhood. I am looking at right now, I have the purple woodpecker Littlest Pet Shop. That thing is my best friend. I think it's called a Stretchimal, but it has these long arms and legs, and you could wear it on your arms and legs and dance around with it. I still have that thing from the 2000s, but if there is one thing that oddly enough screams nostalgic childhood, it is calico cats. For one reason, and one reason only. My mom had a calico cat all the way up until I was 13, and this cat existed before I was born, and I genuinely, as a kid, thought that she was gonna outlast all of us. I had a nightmare once where she was a mummy. I wasn't scared of this cat either. I want to preface, I was not scared of the cat. I was just very infatuated with this really old cat that I was 90% sure was magical of some kind, which is where I got the idea for a Frankenstein. Because I was thinking a mummy, and then I was like, I don't know anything about mummies. Yeah, and then sorry, my eyes just said not today. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about mummies, but here, give me one. Okay. We are back in business. I think, yeah. So, I don't really know anything about mummies. I also don't really know that much about Frankenstein things other than The Nightmare Before Christmas and Sally and how she's like stuffed with leaves and stuff. And I was like, Calico cats make me think of fall. And so the Dungeons and Dragons version of this character is stuffed with leaves, autumn leaves. And has bones and 2 hearts. That I don't, they're not attached to any organs, but that they're in there. But that's all I'm gonna say for this character's backstory, because a lot of it is fluid, other than this character in every single universe is obsessed with wizards and being a wizard and collecting knowledge. This has nothing to do with my childhood. I just thought it was I've never had a character that was full 500% nerd, and I just thought it would be funny to have a character that was just a big old nerd. But they're obsessed with the like really like the traditional wizard, like wearing like the whole cloak with the stars on it. So that's why they have that outfit, and that's why their censor cover is those has the stars on it, is because she's obsessed with it. I also decided to give this character weird little cat paws, mostly to add to kind of like the body horror of it, of this person being like a dead person. Maybe those parts of her arms were too decayed because they're extremities, and so they got replaced. Kind of just to add on that. The digital circus version isn't necessarily like that, and I'll go into that more because it's basically just this, but more like a cotton candy stuffed animal. But there was one thing I realized that was like missing. I guess Kane would be that, which would be like a magic person, like a magician, and I was like, I can work with that, because originally I was gonna do Stella. But Stella would just be Pomni, like appearance-wise, basically. So I ended up not doing that just yet, because I gotta figure out how to make Stella different. So I made a new character. But yeah, another thing I added to the to the design just in general is I added these purple patches to break up the cloak so it looked a little bit more fun. But yeah, that is like the base of what, like, this is the concept of what I'm gonna work on, and then this is how I'm gonna transfer it. I'd like to say I know why I needed to do this first before actually making this, and then making the other version second. I don't know. That I don't have an explanation for how that happened, but it did. So for the Amazing Digital Circus version, I tried to do more cartoony style, which you'll see. It kind of looks like Lavender Town style, but that's the only cartoony style I know how to do. I tried hard. I wasn't gonna 3D model, but I did try hard to like get that vibe that the characters have with their eyes, and I tried. I don't know if I succeeded, but I did try. I also gave her a little cat nose, and she's based off of obviously a stuffed animal, and she's still a wizard, or like some sort of like magician, and the running so there is the running gag that I think would be really funny is every time she takes off her hat a random animal just pops out of it. So, like, she takes off her hat, and then a dove, like, flies out of her hat, and she's like, surprise! I think that'd be really funny, and I think it'd be even more funny if, like, nobody, like, had control, like, Kane didn't have control over this. It's just something, like, it's like a stupid, like, one-off, like, surprise! And that is what she does. She has sweater paws in this one because I thought it looked more cute, and all the characters are very, very cute. I also think it went more off with this sort of like booky vibe, and I'd like to think that in life she was horribly obsessed. Well, maybe not horribly. Maybe horribly is the right term. Obsessed with like Dungeons and Dragons, everything fantasy under the sun, like to the point to where like she didn't. I mean, okay, maybe she did leave her house, but not a lot. We'll just say that. And she thought the digital circus would be a way for her to escape into her fantasy dreams, which is what she wanted the most. So she's actually kind of happy to be here, because to her, this is the escape she's always wanted. Like, that's all she wanted. Like, yeah. All she's wanted is to be in a fantasy world and be a fantasy creature, and now she gets to be that. She's not seen the dark side of it yet, and I like to think that her room looks like an apothecary, and there's different magic books, like different ancient magics, and stuff, and then her bag, she has like some like grimoire and like notes she can take. And I already said that in this version, she's stuffed with cotton candy. I also made her pupils fun because, you know, Pomni's pupils are like red and blue, and so I made her pupils little stars to match the rest of her outfit. I also replaced the cutout that she has in the, what I would use for D&D, and with just a golden star, because the digital circus is more, I wouldn't say kid-friendly, but that's how all the characters look. And then I made the star on the hat bigger, and the hat just bigger and longer because I think it looked fun. I thought about giving her a haircut for this, but I was also like, but long, dyed hair, and I was like, that's staying. For this, I ended up I just soft shaded, and then I cel shaded, and then I kept doing that until I liked the way it looked for the shading, if that interests you. But I put the cotton candy everywhere because I like to think that she smells like cotton candy, and that maybe some of her stuffing sometimes comes out between the seams, and she just, as there's cotton candy. Again, another circus-y thing. But I like to think that she's constantly, like, reading something or, like, doing, like, drawing sketches, and she's really, like into just studying things, which annoys the shit out of everybody. And her two favorite people would probably be Kangard and Zubul. Kangard, because they probably would both love being in the dark together. And Zubul, because Zubul also draws, and is also a big old nerd. So I think that would be probably the most perfect thing for my nerd character to go be friends with. Yeah, I also, this drawing doesn't do it justice, but she's also not very big, like, for a centaur, because she's not based off of a big cat. She's a little cat. She's based off of a house cat of, specifically my mom's cat, and my memory serves me correctly, she was not a very large cat. Her paw was maybe, I'm doing it with my hands, you can't see it, but her paws are maybe a little bit bigger than a quarter. She was very active in her heyday, so she would, like, my mom said she could catch hummingbirds, when she was younger, but I mostly remember her being old and decrepit and, thinking she was magic, which is why this character is so on the classic version of magic, like the older idea of a wizard, not like too old, but like, I don't know, like 80s old. Sorry for anyone in the 80s. Yeah. That version of a wizard. Not like the gritty version of a wizard, but like this classic, I'm a little magic guy, I read my books, ha ha. That is what she's based on for that. I mean, she does have grittier like things, but that would be more in a story rather than just what she wears, that's basically what it is. I also made it to where on her design you can see that most of her stitched parts are covered. It's because she's self-conscious about it, and even in the circus she'd be self-conscious. She wouldn't be as self-conscious because I mean there's Zubul and Ragatha and all these other like toy looking and oh no, Gangle. Oh my dear god, I was like, oh, she'd be friends with Gangle, and then I forgot Gangle's name, and I was like, oh no, scare. Anyway, and Gangle, that aren't very humanoid, I guess. They're humanoid-ish, but they don't have like blood. Ragatha's literally basically the same thing that she is, which is just a stuffed animal, but she's a human stuffed animal. Zubul has replaceable parts. And Gangle is just Gangle, which is just the red thing, the red ribbon and the mask. So I don't think that she'd be as self-conscious, but there'd still be that there because it is a trait of hers, which is just being self-conscious about it. But yeah, this was my character, Calico, and I hope you guys enjoy her as much as I do. Cat anatomy kind of sucks, but this will make me want to draw it more, so it's a win. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first video since starting school, so forgive me. Another thing you guys should check out if you do want to, I am setting up, so I have a Ko-fi, and I'm gonna set up some pre-made character designs, where basically just adopts. I usually don't like I mean, it's not that I don't like them, it's that I find a lot of them, like, closed species, like, if you can draw it yourself. So, I'm not gonna be mad, but if you want to support me, they'll be there, and they'll be there eventually. I'm still working on, I want to get 10 out, and I only have like 2 done, so once I have all 10 out, I'm going to upload them onto my Ko-fi. I'm gonna continuously advertise them because I am working hard on trying to make them all different and fun, and worth your money. So if you want to be on the lookout for that, I'll probably announce it on my Discord or on the community channel, or in a video, whichever, or if you want to. If not, just subscribing and watching videos and liking them and commenting is all I really need to be happy. I don't make money off of YouTube just yet, but I will eventually, and I will be very happy when I do, because I think all of us can say we love money. Yay! I love money. You should also love money, maybe not being greedy, but you know, whenever you want to buy something from the vending machine, having a couple dollars is beautiful, and that is what I want. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!